Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, the Democrats and the left continue to say that this is just a tax cut for billionaires. So I'd like to give you the opportunity to respond to that.
Sir, as we saw last time, the impetus or the higher collections were on the upper bracket. So the top 10%, the top 1% pay more. If I weigh 200 pounds and my sister weighs 100 pounds, which is approximately right, and we both lose 10% weight, then I lose 20 pounds and she loses 10. So they prefer to speak in absolute rather than percentages. So the percent increase, as the Congressman Arrington said earlier, that we went from approximately the top 10% paying 38% to 45%. So that it's a very loud talking point that lacks all logic.
And so who would be hurt the most if Trump's Tax Cuts and Jobs Act expires?
As I have said, a sudden stop in the economy always hurts the working Americans. So the bottom 50% of wage earners would be hurt by far the most, as they always are. And on the other side, they will be helped the most, as they were during the first Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The working Americans did better. The minority households did better. Working households saw a substantial increase in their household net worth compared to the household net worth increase of the top 10%. So again, in percentage terms, which is what matters, and Congressman, what also matters is how much do Americans keep? What is the return? Because we just experienced this great inflation. The statistics said that inflation was 21%. The goods basket for most Americans, because it includes the cars, insurance, groceries, was in excess of 30%. So that inflation, they're still trying to recover from this affordability crisis. And as I said earlier, there are two ways to recover from that. Lower the prices, which we're working hard to do. Gasoline prices are down substantially. Or have real wage increases, which we believe that this bill will drive.
Well, that's not even touching on if we did not pass this bill, the increase on small businesses by the 199A deduction going up by almost 20%, the impact that would have on small businesses in our country.
Exactly, Congressman. And as I've said many times, and I get somehow my friends on Wall Street accuse me of being a redistributionist when I say Wall Street's done great. It's time for Main Street to do great. Wall Street can still do fine. Both can do well together, but it is Main Street's time. Main Street is driven by small business. We are working on regulations. I have probably met, including conferences, over 300 small and community bankers to try to stop this regulatory noose that is around them so that they can grow the economy.
So the One Big Beautiful Bill had strong language blocking the use of ESG metrics in federal contracting and finance. How is Treasury ensuring that woke corporate activism is no longer subsidized or promoted with taxpayer dollars?
We have taken out all language at Treasury. We are looking at it in all contracts, and we are looking for the best outcomes. I think if you were to look at the CHIPS Act, which the Democrats thought was a great success, that there were so many woke bells and whistles in that it was impossible to get the money out the door by the Commerce Department during the tenure of the Biden administration.
In the little time I have left, President Trump has made clear that U.S. trade policy must put America workers first. How is Treasury working with USTR and other agencies to ensure that financial and trade policy is aligned with the America First agenda?
We work every day on that, and we are trying to these trade deals or this trade situation did not happen overnight. It's happened over 20 or 40 years. As I said earlier, I agree with President Trump that I'm not blaming the countries. They got away with it. It was the administration, Congress, who let them get away with it. So we are pushing back on high tariff countries, non-tariff trade barriers, which could include things like local content requirements, currency manipulation, and then, as in the case of China and many other countries, subsidies to industry and labor.
Thank you for your time today. I yield back.
Mr. Fitzpatrick.